The Taoiseach, during Taoiseach's questions, a number of times has made the suggestion about priority questions. Perhaps he or you might be able to advise us on how that could be introduced. And then secondly, both myself and Dr. Higgins separately have raised issues of trying to get debates on matters, and if we could be advised as the best way to do that, particularly around this crisis that people have around water charges. On the amendment of the Constitution voting age bill, the Government has committed to amend the Constitution to provide for a voting age of 16, and I think that would be very, very welcome. Can you confirm whether or not when that will be introduced? Will it be published in 2015? And whether the franchise to those citizens in the North and the diaspora could be considered as part of that. The Judicial Council Bill, we're actually inundated with complaints from citizens who are not happy with the treatment they have received during their participation in the judicial system and so on. So can we confirm when the Judicial Council Bill will be introduced and a possible outline the main provisions of the bill? And then finally, Ceann Comhairle, the Children and Family Relations Bill will be before the Dáil, given that there was a revised scheme of the bill published in September. So could we have some sense of the timescale for the completion of the drafting process? I know it's a very complex piece of legislation, but it does require scrutiny and it does require sufficient time and attention, and this is actually a piece of legislation which could keep pace with a changing Ireland. So that's the Children and Family Relations Bill.
Deputy, could I
the last one to be...
sorry, sorry, please. Just on both the issues that... Please resume your seat, thank you. Both issues you raised initially, from my point of view, because you addressed me, both issues that you raised are best dealt with through the whips. And as an ex-whip myself, I found that you get tremendous cooperation because it allows matters to go back to the parties. And rather than have this across the floor of the House, it never works. And I'd strongly recommend that the whips deal with both these issues in behind the scenes and deal with them through their parties. And it's the better. I'd be only too delighted to make any changes or agree to any changes that are forthcoming. Taoiseach.
Ceann Comhairle, the Children's Family Relations Bill is an important piece of legislation because it must be put through in respect of the question to be asked through legislation on the equality of marriage referendum next year. Government of Ceann Comhairle will make its announcement in due course of the dates for those referenda and the issues to be decided by the people. Ceann Comhairle has pointed out the way the debates can be raised here, and the whip system is the best way to do that. We had requests from members a fortnight ago for a series of discussions and statements in respect of sexual abuse of people formerly involved with the IRA, rising from the statement of Maria Cahill, and that takes place tomorrow. As I said, I'm quite prepared to look at the question of making the questions at ordinary Taoiseach's questions to be more up-to-date or more relevant and give deputies the opportunity to raise matters that they might think are more important than dealing with ones that are a few months old. Ceann Comhairle.
Deputy Troy.
Thank you, Ceann Comhairle.
Sorry. The voting age bill. Maybe you didn't, I missed you. Come on, ask him.
Referendum. Obviously, the Government will make its announcement in due course of the date of the referenda and of the issues to be decided there. The Government have already put forward the proposition that one of those referenda would be the reduction in the voting age.
Deputy Shaw.
Thank you, Ceann Comhairle.